All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are going to crack the code on what is, for many people, the hardest part of the IELTS essay, the introduction. I'm going to give you a super simple formula that will help you write a Band 9 level intro every single time. Let's do this.
You know the feeling, right? You're in the exam hall, the clock is just ticking away, and you're staring at this really complex essay question. The pressure is on. And for so many test takers, this is the exact moment that the dream of a high band score just starts to slip away. But I'm here to tell you it really doesn't have to be like that.
So why does this one little paragraph matter so much? Well, because examiners can spot a weak essay from a mile away, right from that first paragraph. Simple things, like having a fuzzy opinion, a messy opening, or just kind of repeating the question, all of that can put a cap on your score right from the get-go. Those first 50 words really do set the stage for everything else.
But here's the good news. There is a simple, repeatable formula to solve this whole problem. So we're going to stop focusing on the problem and dive straight into the solution. A clear structure you can count on, especially when you're feeling that exam pressure.
And here it is, the magic formula. It's just 3 steps, 3 sentences. That's all you need. Step 1, paraphrase the question. Step 2, state your thesis. And step 3, outline your essay. Seriously, burn this into your memory and you'll never feel lost at the start of an essay again.
Okay, so just knowing the steps is one thing. To really make this work for you, we need to break it down. Let's take a look at what each of these sentences actually does, and more importantly, why each one is so crucial for getting you that top score.
First up, the paraphrase. Your very first sentence has one job, and one job only, to show the examiner that you've totally understood the question. How do you do that? You rewrite the prompt, but in your own words. Use some synonyms, change up the sentence structure. This isn't about being fancy, it's about proving you're on the right track.
Next, we've got the thesis statement. And listen up, because this is probably the single most important sentence in your entire essay. No exaggeration. It's one clear, powerful sentence that directly answers the question and tells the examiner exactly what you're going to argue.
So what makes a thesis statement powerful? Well, it's got to tick 4 boxes. It needs to be crystal clear, no confusing language. It has to be concise, just get straight to the point. It needs to be debatable. It's your opinion, not just some random fact. And most importantly, it absolutely has to answer the question you were asked. You nail these 4 things, and you're in great shape.
And the final piece of the puzzle, the outline sentence. Think of this as a mini-map for your essay. In just one sentence, you're giving the examiner a little preview of what's coming up in your body paragraphs. This is awesome because it screams organization and shows you've got a solid plan.
All right, enough theory, right? Let's see how this all clicks together in the real world. We're going to take a real IELTS topic and build a Band 9 introduction right now, from scratch, using our 3-step formula. Okay, here's our sample question. It's a classic to what extent do you agree or disagree type of essay. The topic is government spending, public services versus the arts. You'll see questions like this all the time, so let's apply the formula.
So for sentence number 1, the paraphrase, we've turned governments should spend on public services rather than on arts into this. See what happened here? State funds instead of government spend. Essential public facilities and cultural activities instead of just public services and arts. That is a perfect paraphrase.
And now for the thesis. This sentence gets right to the heart of the to what extent part of the question. It gives a really clear, balanced opinion. It says, yeah, public services are important, but funding for the arts is also crucial. The examiner now knows exactly where you're coming from.
And there it is, our roadmap. The outline sentence tells us precisely what's coming next. Body paragraph 1, we're talking about public services. Body paragraph 2, we're making the case for the arts. It's clean, it's logical, and it promises a really well-organized essay. That, right there, is a Band 9 introduction.
So just think about it for a second. On one hand, you've got the stress of trying to come up with a brilliant intro from nothing, with the clock ticking. On the other hand, you have the confidence of a proven 3-step plan. The choice is pretty clear, isn't it? A formula like this doesn't kill your creativity. It gives you the solid foundation to build it on.
So the big question is, how do you make this formula your own? Well, the goal isn't just to memorize the steps, it's to practice them over and over until they become automatic, like second nature. This is your key to unlocking that higher score.
If you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. Structure is your best friend in the IELTS exam. It really is. A clear structure leads to clear writing.
And clear writing is exactly what examiners are looking for. It's what gets you those high band scores. It's that simple.
And that pretty much brings us to the end. You've got the formula, you have the tool. The only thing left to do is to actually use it. So I have a question for you. Which of your old practice essays are you going to go back and improve first? Go take this knowledge, apply it, and just see the difference it makes for yourself.